Hey guys, it's Noodle here today with more of a technical video. This is the brand new attack craft in Battlefield 4. I'm making this video today to show what I personally feel is the best loadout for this boat. We're playing today on the brand new Parcel Storm map, which is one of my favorite maps of the Battlefield 4 game. When I first heard that Battlefield 4 was going to include more water-based combat, I had some concerns, because in Battlefield 3, everyone knows that the boats were just, everyone just kind of laughed at them when somebody shoot them with a tank with one shot and they go down. So I was wondering if they'd be too overpowered, too underpowered, and really I think they did a great job with the balancing of these boats in the game. This boat really is the tank of the sea, but it really can do so much more. You can outfit this boat to pretty much do whatever you want. You can outfit it to take out strictly infantry-based combat. You can outfit it to take out air targets with the passive radar missiles. You can outfit it to strictly take out other craft, other vehicles, with the more use of the TV-guided and Zuni rockets. This boat will really do it all. You just kind of have to tailor it to what you feel like you want to accomplish in that round. I think Battlefield 4 is great in that DICE has pretty much given every vehicle the ability to do what you want with it, with what weapon selections you make. And not only are these weapon selections based on what vehicles you want to take out, it's also based on what map you're playing. For example, on Parcel Storm here, I personally feel that there are two different setups that you need to change out in the middle of the round with the new Levolution features. At the end of the round, because Parcel Storm is an island chain, and at the end of every round you get the big storm that comes in and the seas really get whipped up and you get the huge waves. I don't use the same loadout at the end of the match if I'm using the attack craft. The loadout I'm using here today on the smooth waters of the beginning of the Parcel Storm map is the 30mm cannon. I'm also using the TV guided missile, the new active protection feature, which is a new countermeasure that DICE has added in for Battlefield 4, and I'm using thermal optics along with the belt feeder option. This specific loadout is kind of a middle of the road tailored loadout. It's tailored to kind of be able to take out infantry-based combat as well as vehicles. For example, the 25mm cannon may be slightly better at infantry-based elimination due to the fact that you get like 45 rounds per cycle. And the burst cannon may be better at vehicles, but the 30mm kind of is that middle of the road. You can take out both of them and it does it pretty well. For my secondary weapon, which is the main vehicle destroying weapon, I'm using the TV guided missile. I prefer this at the beginning of the Parcel Storm map when the waters are flat and you're not going up and down all the time. This is perfect for taking out vehicles at long distances because the attack craft, and heck, you can take out some helicopters with this thing, don't move that quickly. So as long as you have the skill, you can use the TV guided missile to hit them and it does 40 damage. I feel the TV guided missile does a better job than the tow missile because you can actually see the target in your TV screen as you're shooting at it, whereas the tow missile at a distance has troubles because you have to kind of judge the angles of the boat, which is a little bit harder to do when you're shooting a vehicle from a longer distance away. I think as the game develops, we're going to see players who specialize in the attack craft using the TV guided missile, and you're going to see some awesome shots, some real only in Battlefield 4 moments, because this missile is quite a bit easier to control in Battlefield 4 than Battlefield 3. It feels a lot less twitchy, and I think it might travel slightly slower. At least that's what it feels like. Not only does the TV guided missile feel like it's quite a bit easier to control, you also get more of them. You get two of them in the little queue at the bottom of your reloading screen there, and they reload faster than they used to in Battlefield 3 when you were flying around in the helicopter, with the help of the belt feeder option. In this clip here, you can see the perfect use of a TV guided missile. I didn't even know what was happening. Kind of a smooth water, and I just get hit. I'm like, what happened? What was that? I thought somebody hit me with a jet or one of the new J-dams, and I get hit again. And finally I get moving here, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that was. So you can actually use this TV guided missile to shoot around the island. And finally here I get destroyed, and of course, it's another noodle, so it's acceptable to be destroyed like that, but that is a perfect example of how to use the TV guided missile. At the end of every Parcel Storm round, the storm starts to rage with the levolution that we have in Battlefield 4. The waves kick up and it gets harder to control the boats. It gets harder to fire weapons at enemy targets, at enemy boats, at enemy helicopters. When the storm's raging out there, this is where the thermal optic option comes in really handy. You can actually see through the waves with the thermal optics. You can see targets before they see you, and therefore you can maneuver around them and fire at them from a more opportune angle, giving you the tactical advantage in the fight. Because one of the rules of war and one of the keys to being a good player is remembering that a fair fight is a losing fight. If you're fighting on a fair plane where the other enemy saw you at the same time, reacted at the same time, that's a losing fight. You want to stack the cards against your enemy at all costs. Outside of hacking, of course. If you hack, you're a scumbag. But on the other hand, if you're legitimately stacking the cards against your enemy, you're flanking them, you're sneaking up on them, that is the way to win fights. When the waves get tall, this is the point at which I switch from the TV-guided missile to the Zuni rockets. I feel the Zuni rockets do a lot better job when you're in the thick of it, in the waves. That the TV-guided missile, when you're actually going up and down the waves, takes your concentration away too much because you can't actually do too many long-range shots when down in the waves, unless you're camping further back behind like the main island or something. Therefore, I use the Zuni rockets because the battles tend to be closer together. You tend to be battling between the waves, and therefore you can use the Zuni rockets to do the damage to the enemy that the TV missiles will. Here you see me camping behind the island here, doing what I just said, kind of sniping this boat from a distance, and it is quite a bit harder than getting up close and getting personal with the boat. With the TV-guided missile, you have to shoot up over this wave, kind of arc the missile, and I do end up destroying the boat, but that is not optimal for helping your team out, hiding back behind the island like that. So getting up a little close and personal with the Zuni rockets will help you out quite a bit more when the waves start to kick up. Well, that was my video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out quite a bit. I'd like to keep making these videos of more vehicles, more guns, more weapons, to inform you guys on how to use them and the little pro tips that really make you into a great player, even if you're a good player already. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Noodle, and until next time, remember, use your